It's day 6 on Route 66, and the last 2 nights, I stayed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I was going to stay one more night, but then today and tomorrow are supposed to be just gorgeous out for driving. Less wind. It's still windy, but it's not as heavy as it was. So I made the decision to leave today. And then that also allows me to slow down a little bit. I don't have to drive quite as far each day to arrive in Phoenix on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And I just have to say too, so originally, I was really bummed out that I was delayed 3 weeks in leaving for my original date. It was supposed to be like October 26th. And I'm still bummed because I'm kind of rushing to get to Phoenix. It would have been great to have another week to just go a lot slower and see more stops. However, the Christmas decorations in all of these small towns has just been so cool to see, even during the day, right? They're not lit up during the day, obviously, but just seeing the adorable small town Christmas decorations has made it worth leaving a little later. And I have had fantastic Harvest Host and Boondocker Welcome stays. Tonight I'm at another Harvest Host here in Oklahoma. I'll be kind of right on the border, Oklahoma, Texas. And it's a little RV resort. And I stayed at another one of these a few nights back, and full hookups like for $20. So just, again, if you've never checked into Harvest Host, I combine mine with a Boondockers Welcome membership. They have 30% off now through January 1st. It's their annual sale. So, you just can't beat the price. And these are great for just overnights, or if you're staying a couple nights in an area. And most of them, you can filter by it, but most of them have electric, some have water, and some have full hookup. So, this part of the drive is interesting because there's really no shoulder. It's a wide lane, but there's just absolutely no shoulder. So I'm just going slow. The speed limit's 65, and I'm going 55. There's really been no one behind me. Every once in a while I get someone behind me, and they just pass me when they can. It's a pretty country-ish area, so not heavy traffic. I haven't seen any semis, so I assume they're all on the turnpike. But yeah, it's interesting not having a shoulder. You don't realize how much you take that for granted. Driving a car, it's you're a little narrower, so it's not as utilized as when you're pulling a trailer. And it is still windy. It's not nearly as windy as what I had the other day, the last couple days. But there's still wind, and it's still blowing me around. So just going slow. On one of the first days driving, I did hit my camper tire on the soft shoulder, and it really threw me, and it scared me a little bit. So I'm kind of scared of the shoulder, or lack thereof, because the road that it happened on actually had a shoulder. The shoulder was just like maybe 8 inches of gravel, where this has no shoulder. It just goes right to grass. So this one scares me a little more. And there's been a few spots where it goes into more of a ditch, so absolutely no shoulder. Like if I did, even this is a pretty steep shoulder if I had to pull over for any reason. But like I said, there hasn't been a ton of traffic. There is a truck behind me right now, but I'm sure he'll get around me as soon as he can. So of course I had to stop for this visitor center. Those of you who don't know me very well, I have a thing for flamingos. I always have. Look how cute this is with their little flamingos out. And even the cute little camper has flamingos on it. These people speak my language. Look at all the cute little flamingos.
Hi, let's come in here.
Yeah, I saw the flamingos and had to stop.
Where did it come from?
I am from Minneapolis. Yeah, tell me a little bit.
Yeah. This is a small town, but very historical. 20 national register of historic places. How? So if possible, you have the time to just walk around.
Yeah. And so I love flamingos.
Really?
And
Yeah,
obviously
good
you like
color.
Yep, I got my pink on. So what prompted you to have all the flamingos?
Yeah. I get they collected the flamingos.
Yep.
The
The collection just grew, right? I love all the cute little stuff.
I'm surprised many travelers like the flamingos.
Yeah. Yep, I thought I was the only one for a long time, and then now they've accumulated everywhere. She was so sweet, and she gave me a little gift, a little Chandler Visitor Center postcard, and a little Route 66, like a little ornament. And then of course I had to buy a little flamingo bin, because that's one thing I definitely can use in the RV, is just little bins to store things in. So sweet. She said she's Japanese and she's been here for about 7 years in Chandler, and she's lived other places along Route 66 and just loves it. So super cute. Love to support cute small little businesses like that. So a couple days ago I had to get propane, and I went to the Menards where I was at, and this woman came out and filled my propane, and she was super sweet. Lots of loud trucks. She was super sweet. She put the tank back on my rig and hooked it all up for me, and I was like, wow, I get the full treatment. And she was like, oh, well, I live in a rig full-time, so I get what it's like being a solo woman. And so I put the black lid on top of my propane tanks and took off and got about an hour down the road and started thinking, I don't think I put the wing nut tightened. I had taken it off and put it on my bumper, but because she put everything back together, I forgot about it and got about an hour down the road and went, yep, I didn't put the wing nut back on. So I am here at the hardware store and I'm gonna find a new wing nut so I don't lose my propane tank.
Hello.
Hi. I am at my harvest host for the evening. I am in Clinton, Oklahoma, and yeah, it's still windy, which is just the norm. Oklahoma, Texas, that whole stretch is always just so windy, but today was a little better. I was on back roads. I didn't have to feel the pressure to go any faster. I'm here at a very small 13 spot campground for the evening. Again, they're a harvest host. Full hookups. Well, I have electric and water, and then a free dump on my way out when I leave tomorrow morning. Tonight's only supposed to get down to 53 overnight, so that's like amazing. It got up to 71 today, and then tomorrow it's also supposed to be another beautiful sunny day. Wind. But I wanted to take advantage of these pretty days to get some more road time in so that I can get to Phoenix on time. super level sight. Just had to bring my tongue up just a little bit. I stayed hitched. He told me I would rock to sleep tonight with the wind, which I'm cool with that. Just so quiet, except for the wind, you know. I'm gonna try and get up for sunrise just because I haven't had one yet, and it's at 7:30, so it's a little later than they have been. See if I can't get up in time for sunrise, get some shots of sunrise before I head out in the morning. And tomorrow I should make it to Amarillo, Texas. And then from Amarillo, I will make it to Albuquerque. And then from Albuquerque to the Petrified Forest. And then finally landing in Phoenix by way of Flagstaff. So a few more days on the road and I will be hunkered down for a few months in Phoenix. So it's going well. It's, a 3-hour traditional drive day is more like a 5-hour drive day plus your stops. So they're kind of long days. They're just a tiny bit stressful, right, with the wind and pulling the camper, but I'm doing it. I'm getting it. I feel kind of like a badass. I stopped at a gas station this afternoon. I just needed a potty break and to get some snacks. And a truck had pulled in with a pop-up camper, and I kind of pulled in, they pulled in this way and I kind of pulled in this way, and we parked like tail to tail. And I got out and it was a woman and her teenage daughter, both cute, petite little blondes. They were super cute and they had their little southern accent. They're like, "We love your little camper." And I'm like, "Thank you." So we chatted a little bit about my Micro Minnie. She is just so comfy, cozy. I love her. I haven't really gotten to cook much just because right now with traveling, I have to put everything in the sink on travel days. And so I don't feel like, taking it all out to like try and actually do anything for dinner. So what I've been doing is getting a big lunch, bringing half of it back, and then I heat my lunch up for dinner. I'm kind of being lazy. But that's okay. Tomorrow, since I have full water hookup and I'm gonna dump, I'm gonna take a full shower, meaning wash my hair. So again, if you've been following along, that's like a luxurious 5-minute shower instead of a 2-minute shower. Speaking of, you guys want to see this shower that I keep, teasing you about? Let's go on. Let's go take a look. Had the screen door open since it's so beautiful out. Just time to air her out just a little bit. She's a little stinky every time I open her back up. All right. So this evening when I got here, the shower head had come completely off. So I had to screw my shower head back on, and I'm stupid and forgot to turn the water back off, and so I got everything in here wet. So I essentially made it a wet shower. But so this is the shower, you guys. Maybe you can tell by the floor. Let me put my foot out here so you can see. It's only 22 inches by 22 inches. It's tiny, and I got these little clips. I'm so glad I got these clips. So what I do is I clip the curtain in on each side, because it eventually wants to like stick to me. So I've got those clips to keep it so that water's not spraying out all over the actual bathroom. And I basically just use the sprayer. I turn it on and off, get myself wet, turn it off, lather myself up, turn it back on, rinse myself down. When I washed my hair last week or earlier this week, I don't know what day it is, I can't really turn around that well in there. So I just kind of tipped my head down and rinsed and got it wet. And that seemed to work. I think as I do it more, I'll figure out a better system, but it's working. You know, it's my home. I have to figure it out. A lot of people are like, oh, you can just use the restrooms at the campgrounds and whatever. This campground doesn't, the ones I've stayed at don't have anything. Like, these are small little campgrounds. And honestly, like I said, this is my home. I'm not just off on a camping adventure. It's not just a camping weekend. Like, I live here. This is my home for the next however many months. So I don't want to have to go in a shower house, you know, a bathhouse. I don't want to take a truck stop shower. I want to use my own bathroom and have all my own things and my own, you know, my own space. So yeah, I don't know. I got my fan on. I'm sorry if that's loud, but I didn't get to properly air it out before I left this morning. So giving her a good air out this evening. Got the screen open, got the fan going, and just chilling.